Yo, a lot of people think of the flipperzero for the really basic stuff like copying an RFID card or cloning your TV remote. But the community has pushed this device so far beyond its original purpose that it's a completely different beast now. Well, I'm Jay Blanks, and today we're looking at 3 of the most powerful projects that really transform this gadget into a serious tool capable of AI-driven commands and advanced key fob analysis to full-on internet connectivity. But before we jump in, just a quick heads up, this is all for educational purposes. The tools we're about to cover are powerful and should only be used on your own hardware or those of which you have written permission to test. So be smart, be safe, and be ethical. Now let's get into it. First up, what if your flipperzero could just understand you? What if you could tell it what to do in plain English instead of fumbling through menus with the D-pad? Well, that's the idea behind this new project called Vesper. It aims to give your flipperzero an AI brain. Now, this isn't just some far off concept, it's a working project that connects your flipper via Bluetooth to an Android app, giving you a chatbot style interface for the device. Now, supposedly the whole point of Vesper is to eliminate friction. So pretty much instead of using the D-pad, you're using AI to translate what you want into the exact commands the flipper needs. So the only other YouTuber I've seen review this is Matt Brown, and here he has the Android app up and he has the flipperzero as well. What he does here is he records the signal from his lamp remote from behind his ear in the corner right here. And then he uses the app to replay the signal. So let's check it out.
So there we go, and you saw that the light behind me did turn on, and then I can hit the button to immediately resend that with my flipper.
Cool, nothing new, but the part we're interested in is at the end. He saved it as lamp on, and then within the app, you can tell it to turn the lamp on.
We want you to look at the lamp underscore on sub gigahertz signal. And that's not the right prompt, guys. It's not the one we want.
But eventually he does send it a prompt. Here we go here. Look at the lamp on sub gigahertz signal that is saved on the flipper and perform analysis on the signal. Now this is like your typical ChatGPT analysis, you know, nothing special here. But the cool part is when it actually does replay the signal. So we jump later on, we get a whole lot about the signal, but we're going to jump later on when he tells it to replay the signal all the way towards the end of the video here. Okay, here we go. Replay the signal.
We're gonna see if this works. Oh yeah, and then it asks for approval to like transmit a signal.
No, it took just about a minute from here for it to actually do it because you have to close the app. So let's just jump ahead and eventually it will do it. Here, we'll start here.
And then it should like, oh, you know what? I think we have to be out of here. I think we have to exit. There we go. Let's try it now. Hey, there we go. It got it.
Now, unfortunately, getting this set up is definitely an advanced project. You have to go to the Vesper GitHub page, compile the Android app from source, and install it on your phone. And then you have to connect with OpenRouter, get an API key, and then pretty much from there, you connect to your flipper with Bluetooth and start giving commands through the chat interface. Okay, so we've given the flipper a brain. Now let's move into the physical world of car security. We all know the flipper can replay a simple signal, but modern cars with the rolling codes, that usually stops the flipper dead in its tracks. Well, not anymore. Meet ProtoPirate. Now, ProtoPirate isn't just another signal repeater, it's a full-on open source analysis toolkit built by members from the Pirates Plunder community for real automotive security research. Now, instead of just recording a signal, ProtoPirate can decode and analyze the data from the key fob in real time. It also supports a ton of car brands already, like Fiat, Ford, Kia, and Subaru. This needs to be said again, this is for educational and security purposes only. Only test on vehicles you actually own or have written permission to test. Don't be that guy who just runs around with the flipper, because you will end up in jail. So how do you get this on your device? There are two ways, and we're going to go over the preferred way. So to do that, you want to click on this code arrow, click on copy URL, and we're going to use git to clone the repository. And within terminal, we just type in git clone and paste the URL. It will clone into the project and save it on our computer. Then we'll use something called UFBT to compile the app and launch it on our Flipper. So let's go into the directory. It's called Protopirate. And then we can just UFBT to compile the app. And then if you have your Flipper plugged in, we can just type in UFBT launch, and it'll launch it on our Flipper. Click on the Q Flipper, and here we are. And now from here, you want to go and click on receive, then click left to config and change the frequency to the frequency of your car remote, and then go back. And then all you literally do is just click a button on your remote. And once it recognizes it, it will pop up on the screen. There we go. And then we can just click on it by hitting OK. And this is the unlock command. And then we just click right to save. And now we go back. And now if we go down to our saved captures, so I'm typing on the Flipper at the same time, saved captures, we can click on it, and then we can look at what it found. And if we want to emulate it back, we need to open up the repository in something like VS Code. Then we'll go to defines.h, and the only thing we need to do is uncomment this line and hit save. And then we would use UFBT again to launch it back to our Flipper, like so. /vim/bin/activate, and then UFBT launch. And then when I go on save captures, click on, let's go click on the same one from earlier, this one. Now I can click left to emulate. And now I have all the different buttons from my remote, just from that one unlock command. Okay, ready for our last project. If you're finding this useful, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing so you don't miss out on newer projects or news about the upcoming Flipper 1, which is the FlipperZero's big brother. Okay, for our last project, I'm going to show you something that I built myself, and it fixes one of the biggest weaknesses of the FlipperZero, the fact that it's completely offline. You know, it's always been this powerful little island, but what if we could build a bridge to the internet? That's exactly what my project FlipperHTTP does. Now, FlipperHTTP is a custom firmware, but not for the Flipper itself. It's for the ESP32 powered Wi-Fi dev board, but also plugs into 13 other devices, including the newer ESP32C5 and Raspberry Pi Picos. All you do is flash the firmware onto the board, and it gives your Flipper full internet access and a whole world of online apps that completely changes what the device can do. For example, did you know that the Flipper has its own social media network? It's called Flip Social, and it's powered by FlipperHTTP. We can check out a feed that has messages from people across the world. We can scroll through the feed. We can flip a post by clicking center, which is the Flipper's version of liking a post. And then from there, we can click down to comment, and down again to leave a comment. And we can respond right away. I'll just say fun, done. And now if we go back to the message and click down, there's our comment. We can also send messages between each other and more, like the Explore tab, which helps us to find users. We can then send them a friend request, or we can send them a message. There's also an app called Flip Downloader, which allows you to download apps directly to your Flipper without a computer. So here we can search the different catalogs available. It will fetch it, and then we can sort through the different apps, click center on it, and then we can download it to our Flipper. You can also chat with Gemini AI with autocomplete, so you don't have to worry about typing long messages on the Flipper. And there's an app called Flip Map, which allows you to see flipperzero users. So we see there's 130 people in the US, 15 from Russia, 13 from Germany. If we click right, we can see how many people are in these major cities. Like there are 6 in Moscow, 3 in LA. So how do you get this set up? Well, first you need a compatible board like the Wi-Fi developer board or a BW16. Then you'll go and click on the folder of the board that you want to flash. Scroll down and follow these 16 steps. This involves installing an app from the official flipperzero app store called ESP Flasher. You'll then take the files here and upload it to your Flipper and then use the app to flash the files. Now the whole process takes just about 2 minutes, and we didn't have enough time for this video, but the GitHub is filled with tutorials and reviews to get you started. So there they are, 3 projects that really show just how wild the flipperzero has gotten in 2026. We went from giving the flipperzero an AI brain with Vesper, to analyzing modern car keys with ProtoPirate, to finally giving the Flipper internet connectivity with FlipperHTTP. Now, which one of these projects are you the most excited to try? Definitely let me know down in the comments below. I'm Jay Blanked. Thanks for watching. Peace.